So right now I'm working also on a bigger video that still takes some time. And I recorded my full training after the last competition. I wasn't very sure if I should even upload it because nothing very special happened. I was still very fatigued and the technique wasn't the best that day, but at least I could squeeze out a little snatch double PR. During the session I was actually watching the World Championships, specifically the 65kg class, and I have to say the World Championship this year was just so much fun. I look forward every day to watch the vlogs from Hook Grip. I think the coverage from Weightlifting House was this time better than ever before, and also the sessions were very exciting. I mean, for example, the session with Solfried while the King was watching was just so cool. I didn't really have Team Iran in the 94kg on my radar, and that was very exciting, seeing a new world record in the snatch there, and it was not from Carlos Nazar. The man 71s was probably the coolest session of them all, and of course the total domination of Olivia Reeves was just super entertaining. What did she go up? I think she increased by 9 kilograms for the clean and jerk world record. Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. But yeah, that was just so cool to see. Some things of course also sucked a bit, most notably of course the judging, but I think that was already in the community discussed enough. And also some sessions were just so many missed attempts, I didn't really understand that. In the last Olympic qualifying period, you could understand why they were going so heavy into the competition and so many people bombed out. But now I don't understand, like for example the 88kg class from the men's or the super heavyweight class from the men, just sucked to watch. Okay, now back to my training. Yeah, some reps were a bit in front, and as soon as I start to really focus on holding onto the bar in the second pull, I stop to hammer my feet in the ground. Yeah, I don't know, it's something that is like constantly changing. I'd say my fundamental technique stays the same, but these minute details like how far my feet come off the ground or not is just a constant work in progress, and I just always try to be in the flow and see what feels the best. So since my older brother moved to Florence in Italy, he picked up the hobby to work on leather. He also made my cool gym bag, and he wanted to try to do some weightlifting straps with this baseball style seam. And I think they work pretty good. They are a bit too wide, but that's something he can try again. And yeah, then I started to do cleans. I would say the clean was always my technical biggest weak point. And right now it feels better than ever before because of two things I changed. One is that I hold my hook grip during the receiving position in the front rack. I feel like I can push better with my elbows to hold my upper back. It was actually something I saw in the Seeker Strength video about Gleb Kizarevsky, and since I tried it, it helped me a ton. And also I tried to do the clean more flowy. What I mean by that is Usually I was like, okay, first pull, stay over the bar, then second pull, accelerate the bar, and I kind of thought it in these sequences, and now I try to do it like as it was one motion, and it helps me to receive the bar better and not getting bar crashed. These typical exercises people recommend to fix the bar crash in the clean never really worked for me, so it was actually for me personally this overarching, like looking at the whole movement and trying to do this in one big motion to stay connected to the bar. My brother also made me a weightlifting belt. Actually, he made me a couple of weightlifting belts in different thicknesses, and the leather is so nice. As far as I understood, he gets it directly in Florence, and like in Florence, Italy, these very big brands are producing their leather stuff because it's some of the best leather in the world. Like it feels amazing and it smells amazing. Yeah, I'm testing these different belts for myself, and this one's right now my favorite. I think it's a bit thicker than a usual weightlifting belt. But yeah, it's very cool. So in the squat in the past, I oftentimes try to do these complex cues and where to put pressure in my foot and where my hips have to go and where my knees have to go and how I tilt my hips. To be honest, everything now evolved into just sit down and stand back up. Yeah, like right now it feels the most consistent, and yeah. So since this was week 1, day 1, I built up to a top set, which was in this case 175. And the idea here is that I want to build momentum over the week. So I wanted to increase the weight every week and like not start the training block with a super grindy triple and then have nowhere to go. Yeah, the idea was just to do this, to start this momentum, and then like after these top sets I do like the real work. In this case it was a 4 sets of 6. I did 2 sets at 150 and 2 sets at 153. Right now I'm squatting 4 times a week, 2 times back squat and 2 times front squat. It feels like in social media the topic squatting frequency and volume is a big discussion point. And yeah, for me it just turned out that doing the squat very often and also doing a lot of sets was the driving force to actually progress. But I think if you are like a very good responder to the squat and you don't have the problem of leg strength in Olympic weightlifting and you progress fine with 1 or 2 squats per week, yeah, I think that's also fine. But I think it's also interesting to see, like in powerlifting, for example, Agatha Sitko now, I think I read, she used to do like SBD days 7 days a week, and now she does 9 SBD days a week, so even 2 days. And also a lot of other powerlifters now try to essentially train like an Olympic weightlifter, like do double sessions, do very high frequency. So interesting trend, but yeah, I think everyone just has to figure out what works for him. And this is probably the most over-engineered hyperextension in the world. But it actually feels very nice. You stand in there and you can like kip forward and don't have to be a gymnast to get in and out of that. Yeah, and that was then the end of the session.